Welcome to First Star Let's Chat, an athletic therapy podcast. I'm your host, James Gardner, certified athletic therapist, certified strength and conditioning specialist, yoga instructor, human being. This platform, for the pros, by the pros, anybody in the performance space, and beyond. Welcome here to share in the stories of professionals, experiences, journeys, learning along the way. It's a platform to connect, to network, and to be a part of a community that cares, with conversations that matter, experiences that resonate, and generate ideas, thought-provoking, organic dialogue, passionate pros. Brought to you as always by First Star Therapy, Mobility Tape, Epic, and Benchmark Athletics, in association with the Canadian Athletic Therapists Association. It's First Star Let's Chat, an athletic therapy podcast. Thanks for being here. Thank you for being a part of it. The background noise. We are now reporting live again from the exhibit hall here at WFATT 2022 in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Two amazing guests with us here. We're now the official podcast of WFATT. Very happy about that, humbled and honored, and also to be in your presence today and this afternoon. At the end of a long day with a banquet, the ceremony coming up here, the award ceremony this evening, some of the vendors just clearing out here, so the background noise is intentional to get a feel for what this conference is. This conference is a lot of things, and we have Glen Bergeron and Jennifer Martins with us here. Glen being a past president of WFATT, and Jennifer being the vice president currently of WFATT. So lots to speak on, lots to speak of when at a conference like this, a World Congress, and sort of showcasing our profession, which represents over 50,000 practitioners worldwide. Glen, we'll start with you. What does hosting this in your backyard, so to speak, mean to Winnipeg, to the CATA, and then globally to WFATT?
Well, you never really appreciate your friends until you invite them into your own house. Right? So it's been a real pleasure to invite the world essentially to Winnipeg and to Manitoba, and it's my hometown. And the Manitoba Athletic Therapists Association is an association that I founded many, many years ago, and so they're playing a prominent role in organizing, promoting, and presenting this conference, along with the Canadian Athletic Therapists Association, who's the national sponsor of this. We're very, very pleased to be here. I'm great. I feel great. I'm 20 minutes away from the conference hall. I live 20 minutes down the road. So, and many of our local people are here, which is great because it really brings to Manitoba and to our members in Manitoba that global perspective. We're part of a real big thing, and certainly we know that we're part of a national organization and we're pretty active in that area. But to expose them to the fact that similar type of associations and professionals around the world are there as well is really, I think, eye-opening. I think it's inspiring. I think it's empowering of our membership, and I'm really appreciative of having that opportunity that was brought. This will probably be a once in a lifetime that this will happen in Winnipeg, and it's great for us to be welcoming them.
Yeah, and great to have you here, obviously, to host and sort of showcase more than just Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, all of these things. And Jennifer, before we throw it over to you, I've had the opportunity through this podcast, through this Congress, to talk to people from Israel, from Ireland, from the UK, from Greece, from Canada, from the US, from many, many different places. And I think showcasing the ability to connect with like-minded, yet completely removed geographically people now in person following a pandemic. As a vice president of WFATT, speak to sort of the unifying factor of this Congress and how things have been working so far.
I would say overall, just the energy that we're getting to experience right now, just coming out of this pandemic and being able to be in person and seeing our friends that we've built this relationship with around the globe, and some of the initiatives that we've been working diligently with over the last 2 years and been unable to nothing replaces face-to-face contact. So having them being able to come here and having great discussions and meetings and brainstorming and it's almost putting more excitement out there. It's exciting to be here, and yet it's going to be exciting to see what's going to happen in the next year and what things we're going to work on and work together and identify things that we can collaborate on, as well as what things other people are doing really well and potentially could help, whether it's the CATA, and that's more my role, right, as the CATA liaison, being able to report back on that stuff and capitalize on that. So yeah, just really, me personally, I'm just honored to be here myself as well, and really great to see people in person.
Yeah, absolutely. And all three of us being part of the CATA and sort of getting to be a part of something global like this, I was amazed to sit and talk to people from different allies, different same profession, different parts of the world, and see we're just starting out. We're really well established. We are here in Canada, somewhere in the middle, relatively young, relatively small population of certified therapists, yet we can inform both ways. We can inform the larger groups, we can inform the smaller groups through experience. How does that work? How does that work internationally, Glen, in terms of what advice are we sort of taking and giving one another to sort of strengthen this idea of allyship?
Well, I mean, I have to say that one of the biggest benefits that I got of being the president of the association was having international contact. You know, I was very well versed in what we were doing nationally and very proud of what we're doing nationally and regionally in Manitoba, et cetera. But to be able to be up on the world stage now, and now I mean, I connect with people from all over the world on a regular basis, and you're right, they're at various stages of development, and it's a really prideful thing to see that Manitoba and Canada and every one of our other regional chapters are at such a stage, such an advanced state, that we have so much to offer to the rest of the world in terms of what it takes to develop the profession, you know, logistically from an organizational standpoint, but also the scope of practice of what an athletic therapist does and how we promote ourselves and what we do. We have contacts in the numbers of countries that we have right now. You know, we have 12 full-time members of our association.
Right.
We're in the US, in the UK, Ireland, as you say, Greece and Israel. We just got Puerto Rico just came on like a week ago. Them as a member of the association. But then we have contacts that we're massaging right now in India and in Armenia and in Sri Lanka and in Malaysia, Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, Jordan, Morocco. We have, you know, there's these contacts out there that we're just planting seeds, and there's people out there who are going to be the leaders. And what we just need to do is provide them with all the support and as much resources as we possibly can to help them to do that. And so it's great that when I look at what the CATA has to offer to the world, I'm very, very proud of what the CATA has done and the leadership role that I think that they can play on the international stage.
Yeah, and I think all of that is amazing. There are 42 member associations, 12 countries, 4 continents, and again, over 50,000 practitioners represented, and planting those seeds globally. This is interesting. We had a couple of students stop by who were here attending the conference. We had different practitioners stop by and just sort of chat on their experience, but also beginning to understand that this is truly global. And so just because I certify here in Canada or I live in Canada doesn't mean that my border stops me from being able to work in other places. Having these allies, being international, myself being years into practice, I would have never thought of it. And so having these opportunities begin to blossom and sort of cultivate change. It's amazing to see, to feel, and then to experience here in person. I will switch gears a little bit in terms of the role of the AT. Internationally, there are going to be stumbling blocks. There are going to be opportunities to be launch pads for what an athletic therapist, an athletic trainer can be. We've had people come by with their research on special ops populations, whatever we're calling them, weekend warrior, average Joe type people, human beings, regardless of what they're doing, sport, soldier, high school, college. There's so many opportunities for ATs now. Is that part of the promotion within WFAT and globally, just sort of showcasing where and how things can be utilized?
I would definitely think that we're building it off of the thread of the multifaceted abilities that ATs have. So it's the commonality that we have, that similarities, we have that passion, we have that camaraderie. So helping each other out and yet identifying uniquenesses that we can appreciate and grow from too. There's no country in the world that knows everything and has everything figured out.
Yeah.
And that's the benefit of traveling for those that are even able to travel. So when we get to mesh travel and AT, you learn from other practitioners. What are they doing so that we can critically analyze and make you a better practitioner, make our members better, provide opportunities for, just from the CATA standpoint, to provide opportunities for our CATA members to go abroad and learn different techniques and make them better clinicians in the long run. Like, that's an amazing opportunity that, yeah, if you didn't think about it, let's get that happening to make our profession stronger, to grow it more, to get into the Olympics, to get more recognition. So there's good energy behind it, and it's just constantly a conversation. It's just going to continuously, it's not going to be smooth, it's not going to be perfect, but with continuing to appreciate each other and listening and talking through and helping each other out, I think the possibilities are endless, really.
Yeah, absolutely. And with Glen Bergeron and Jennifer Martins here at the WFAT conference, we're in the exhibit hall. You hear the background noise. There are some vendors here with some noisy type modalities, pulling things from the ground, showcasing different products, and just experiencing, a live version of what this conference is. I think this opportunity to have you two take some time out at the end of a long day. You've been organizing, you've been structuring things throughout the day, managing different things, and getting everybody on task and keeping all of that energy flowing. I think it's been wonderful on this side to have the opportunity to connect. What's next, Glen, in terms of WFAT? You've talked about planting the seeds. How do we continue? How do we cultivate? How do we water those seeds now, I guess, in looking forward immediately, but also into the future?
Yeah, so it's interesting. We do have a strategic plan that we established in 2020 that we're currently working on. And one of those is as you say, is to increase that membership base that we have. I always say that there's 126 countries out there, and we only represent a very small fraction of them right now. So there's a lot of work to do. And, you've got to look at the CATA. It's its 57th year in its existence.
Right.
These things don't happen overnight. So, but at the same time, I look at some of the organizations that are just up and coming, and within 2 and 3 years, they've accomplished some stuff that has taken us 10 to 15 years to do, and largely it's on the back of our experience.
Absolutely.
They're saying, don't do this. Here's the things that we've learned. Try and do this, and so they're able to do things at a much faster rate than we were able to do. So. As I said, we've got seeds planted all over the place, but it's going to take time. And as you know, athletic therapy largely is a North American phenomenon, in terms of it's where it grew from in the United States and Canada. And so, there's great things happening in the UK, and there's great things happening in Ireland. I'd love to see more things happening in France, and Germany, and Switzerland, and in the Middle East. We have, as you know, we have Israel, and doing some work with people in Jordan, for example, in Morocco. So those things take time, and they take a lot of patience, but they take a lot of perseverance. And we just have to keep feeding, keep supporting, helping them happen. In India, we have one person. There's one AT in India, and I don't know what the population of India is, but it's in the billions.
And sport is not uncommon there either, right? But active lifestyle.
Yeah, and she's a Canadian trained therapist, but the inroads she's made and the impact that she's made already, by being there, far outweighs what we did when we started. And she's going to do some great things there. So we just got to help her out. We just got to be there. And then the other part of our mission really is being representative on the international stage, like being the representative association for the professional athletic training and therapy. on the international stage. That means to the IOC, to FIMS, to the Commonwealth Games, Pan American Games, to even to all of our non-government organizations, the WHO, the WHO, the World Health Organization, and UNESCO, and we have things to offer there. And so we need to establish ourselves as an international organization. We have to examine the gifts that we've been given as an international organization with all the talents and all the resources we have, and where do we share those? And so that's where we're going in the next while. But again, it's going to take time.
Yep. And everything good takes time. We have to wait for the seed to grow and to be able to reap the fruit or the benefit of those seeds that we plant originally. So I think it is going to be slow. There are going to be hiccups. There are going to be things like that along the way. But the idea is continual growth, allyship, and things like this. A World Congress coming out of a pandemic, having people from all over the world. This is important. These are things that are going to help establish and continue to garner that, again, that energy, foster that compassion and connectedness across the country. So across the country in Canada alone, but also across the globe, right? So we're looking at Israel next year for next year's WFATT Congress. This is not Canada. So how do we encourage more people to get out to these congresses, or how do we showcase this a little bit more? This opportunity to host a podcast and hopefully pump this into some other people's ears and share what's going on here. Jennifer, with you and WFATT, is there an emphasis, or what is the emphasis to have people here in person and in Israel next year?
Like right off the bat, as you're saying that, I just think we sometimes take for granted what we do have in Canada. Mm-hmm. We're very lucky and privileged for what we have here. So sometimes being able to step outside the boundaries that we see in everyday life here to get some perspective and to realize how much we can contribute to potentially the Israeli association that they're building from the ground up, how much we can contribute, how much we can learn from them as well. So I don't know if that's necessarily answering your question, but it's really broadening. It makes us appreciate what we have more and then also grow. So I would push anybody to make that attempt to get over there to learn, network, and show your skills and value what you can bring to the table, and then also experience the culture itself. And it's amazing. It's an amazing experience, and you get so much out of it. I guess I can't even put it into words how much you get out of it. And you come back with meeting new people, and you meet new people, you're talking to new people, you have contact lists, you're following up in the next few weeks with all the cards that you're getting or all the emails that you're getting. So I think it's going to be a close-knit group to meet new people and talk to new people and see where it goes. So I would, if anybody can get over there, start saving now and make it a summer trip for you to experience your CEUs and get some education as well as some culture.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can speak from experience in being here, nearly 15 years in as a practitioner now, and working in all different sports and lots of different venues and lots of different scenes. And I reflected on this morning in terms of the numbers of conversations that I had yesterday with people who I had never met before, like-minded to some degree, aligned, certainly in terms of the way we approach supporting one another. This is our role as a practitioner. This is our role as part of the CATA and now as part of WFATT in terms of connecting with people. And so it is truly a humbling and an amazing experience to do in person. And so if I can push that out, if you can push that out, if we can talk about this, everybody who has stopped in here, who I've chatted with here, the in-person nature, this piece of connectedness across the globe, and even that networking piece of getting to know people you never knew that you could meet. What an opportunity, and truly a blessing for all of us to be able to do. And on our home soil, once again, Glen and Jennifer here in the exhibit hall, which is slowly clearing out as we get ready for the award ceremony tonight, an annual event for the CATA with the awards. amazing to play host to a global stage. I'll let you wrap this one up, Glenn. Just whatever your thoughts are on how things have gone so far, where things are going tonight and tomorrow, if you have your crystal ball. But truly an honor for both of you to spend some time with us at the end of a long day, but in an amazing place, a World Congress.
Well, I want to thank you as well, James, for doing all the work that you have done. It's been great, and I know there's more to be done yet tomorrow. So it's been great to have you, and I'm hoping that the podcasts deliver a message to our membership, at least in CATA for sure, and globally, that this is really an experience that you don't want to miss, and you'll want to repeat the next time you come. The thing with the World Federation as well is that we go wherever we go, we want to have an impact in that area. So we've made an impact to even, like, my students are here, and for them to hear world-class researchers, for example, presenting on material that we cover in our class, and they're either getting some of the stuff confirmed, or they're getting some things that they're gaining more advanced knowledge, which is great for us to have. So that's been a real blessing for us locally. I think the CATA that I'm looking forward to tonight, because this is going to be an opportunity for the CATA to actually profile itself to the World Federation, and to show the amazing people that this association has, and the awards that are going to be given out. And so we're going to have people from all over the world attending our national awards gala and recognizing our people. So again, it's an opportunity for us to really shine on the world stage as a national organization. So I'm looking forward to that. And I know that already this conference has been a success, both in numbers and in quality and in socializing, and in the exhibitors. It's been a real success already. So we're very proud of what Canada has done and what Manitoba has done. And I know that the World Federation will look at this, and they won't forget the CATA and the MATA, and hopefully the city of Winnipeg.
Absolutely. Building blocks. We build off experience, we share experience, we connect with our colleagues and across the globe. It is the World Federation of Athletic Training and Therapy. It is comprised of 42 member associations in 12 countries, over 4 continents, with over 50,000 practitioners as ATs. It's an honor to speak to both of you. It'll be an honor to be at the award ceremony as well and help showcase the CATA on the global stage. It's Let's Chat, the official podcast of WFATT. I look forward to more in days to come. Keep listening, keep connecting, keep therapizing.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks again for being here. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being a part of this community. Check us out online, firststartherapy.com. That's FIRSTAR therapy.com. Or email us with feedback, consult@firststartherapy.com, CONSULT@firststartherapy.com, on Instagram @firststar.therapy, and our podcast host @letschat.at. This is First Star Let's Chat, an athletic therapy podcast.